Listen, Lawrence, Pavi told me that he doesn't like the weather here. I mean, what is your opinion about weather in Ukraine?
For me, I hate Ukrainian summer.
Summer?
Yeah, it's extra hot, very, very hot. I know you've been in Namibia. You know that Namibia is a sunny country.
Yeah,
but
it's a dry country.
It's
yeah,
a dry. But our hotness is not like here. It's when it's hot, it's really hot. I literally sleep during the day. Everything open, the door is open. I have to remove my clothes, not like back home. But yeah, winter, I prefer winter. I like Ukrainian winter. It's not my first time to see snow. Definitely, I've seen snow in Cape Town.
Yeah,
but
in Cape Town, snow?
Yeah, in South Africa you get snow.
Really?
Yeah.
I lived there for 4 years. I never seen snow there.
There is snow in South Africa. It's fall there in South Africa. But to see it like in a large quantity, like to get used to it, my first time it was in Ukraine, like really. And yeah, first time it was very cool because I didn't have winter clothes. For me it was a bit hard, but as soon as I got used to it.
And tell me how you end up in Ukraine now, and tell me why Ukraine.
Okay.
Why you choose Ukraine, and what was the background of your choice?
Okay, I finished my high school in 2000 on the dot, and my whole life, or should I say, when I started knowing life, that was like from grade 5 or grade 6 there. I wanted two things. I wanted to join the Navy because of how these guys, they know how they dress up, like, you know, I like the way they dress up. Or travel, like I wanted to get a job that I'll get paid for traveling, basically. That's what I wanted. And I searched around. I came to discover that either I do tourism or I do international relation, which allow me to explore the world and I get paid for that. So tourism is not my thing, and unfortunately, when I finished school, we didn't have international relations at our universities. All 3 universities of us, we didn't have international relations, and I tried to apply to Cuba, and I went to the Cuban embassy. They told me that no, for this course, students don't apply straight to the university. They appoint which students should come for this course, and I understood, and they explained to me for me to go there, I have to wait for them to give scholarship, and then they give to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the student Namibians can apply and they get selected. So when I did that process, I already knew that it's going to be hard for me. So knowing that I really wanted to do international relations, so I tried my luck. I just went on internet. I typed there the cheapest country to study in, international relations, and then I got Ukraine, Belarus, and Russia. So personally, I had bad news about Russia. Like blacks they're getting oppressed, you know, by the skinheads and so on. So I took that one out of the picture. I took Russia out of the picture. Although I knew there were Namibians there, just that I was not in contact with them. And then with Belarus, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody by then. So with Ukraine, I knew that I had a cousin doing medicine in Lutsk. She came here 2010. I knew that she was studying here in Ukraine. So I continued searching more, finding out more information, and then I submitted my documents. When I submitted my documents online to the university, I thought it was a website of the university. So it went to an agent. And then when I submitted my documents through email, I forgot about the whole thing because the process was too long, so I forgot about the whole thing.
So you applied and you forgot about your application?
Yeah, because the process was too
You
long.
just ignored?
I ignored because
Okay.
it took almost like three months.
Okay.
Because that moment I was also I applied in Canada, I applied in Australia. They responded within a week.
Yeah.
So for Ukraine, I totally forgot. And for the one I got from Canada and Australia one, the tuition fee was very high. So it was totally not for me because it was too high. For Canada, they asked me to come and write a certain exam. And I was like, you want me to come and write an exam and now go back to my country and then have to wait for you to see if you will admit me or not and then come back? That's already waste of money. So I decided, no, let me also cancel that. So for that moment, I gave up my hope of studying. I was like, okay, I'll see another time. And then within 3 to 4 months, DHL called me. Like, no, we have a package for you. And I was based in Walvis Bay. So that time I had a girlfriend in Windhoek. I called her to go to DHL. She went there. I told her that she must open the package at DHL. And because I don't remember.
DHL?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't remember anything, somebody to send me puzzles through this. So I told her, like, no, open it there. And then tell me the content of whatever you see there. If I don't like it, I'll tell you to give it back because maybe it's not mine. So when she opened, told me like, no, it's an invitation letter of study in Ukraine. I'm like, okay. Finally they responded. And the first thing I did is I got the invitation letter plus there was instruction, another letter with the instruction what I have to do. I have to notarize my documents, our Ministry of Justice. I did that, and then I had to examination, health examination. I did that, and then I went to South Africa. After I got my things, I went to South Africa, to the embassy. Luckily, the one who was processing the visa in South Africa, the Ukrainian guy, he was a friendly guy. And they removed him. I mean, they removed the guy away, but he was a friend. When I came there, I ended up with 2 invitation letters. In the system, it was showing that I have 2 invitation letters. So I have to make a choice. So no,
it was like 2 different universities?
Yes.
Did you apply to 2 different universities?
I just applied.
Yeah, in Ukraine?
In Ukraine.
Okay.
So, and then he asked me, which one do I want? The other one was for Kharkov, and the other one's for Lugansk. And I remember that my cousin was in Lugansk. So I said, like, okay, let me go to Lugansk. And I paid. The guy
just for the marks that we are currently we're in the Lutsk city.
Yeah, we're currently in Lutsk,
which is 400 kilometers away from the capital of Ukraine.
Yes.
And it's in the border with Poland.
Yes, with Poland.
In the border with of European Union.
European Union country.
Yes. And the university called
Eastern European National University.
Yeah, Eastern European National University.
Yes.
And I heard from one person that in the Eastern European National University of Ukraine, in the Lutsk, you can get 2 diplomas, like 1 Ukrainian and 1 Polish, 2 at once, which is valid in European Union. Is it right?
I think it's valid for. Okay, I haven't seen an African doing it, but I believe they are Ukrainians. It's more familiar with Ukrainians because Ukraine. We tried. I know the one
because of the internship.
Yeah, we have what we call, is it a sister university in Poland? Yeah, which is linked with this one, and I'm not part of that program. Basically.
But if you would want to, you would have it.
Yeah, I could have it. So
there's no extra cost involved.
There is a bit, but it's not a lot.
Really?
You just have to add a bit to make up the differences, but it's not a lot. And then you have to spend 6 months there, 6 months here. You know, you just have to be up and down.
Yeah, but then you would have the European Union
visa and the European Union diploma.
No, visa you could have the Polish one. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, which is also European because they are part of European. Yeah, but I'm not part of the program. I'm happy to be.
But you also, I heard that you also getting kind of government support. I mean, what kind of government support are you getting?
It's a bursary. Normally, what happens is that you apply.
Yeah.
When you get admitted at any university, you know that you don't have the full fund for the university, or you don't have the fund at all. You apply at a Namibian Student Financial Assistance Fund.
Okay.
Which is its main objectives to to make sure that students are given a fair chance to study. Like you spent 3 years in Namibia, and you know that Namibians were oppressed, so we're denied the right to study. So our government came up with that initiative, with that body to ensure that Namibian students are educated through that program. So I applied, they gave it to me, and I came. And,
okay, so everyone can apply in Namibia for this kind of support. Not everyone might get it, maybe, but everyone have a right to apply, or not?
Yeah, everybody,
or
every single.
Does it depend on color or race?
No. It's every Namibian. If you know you are a Namibian, you can apply. But for you to get the bursary or the loan itself, there are some requirements you have to meet. Like you have to submit your parents' pay slips. And they say figures that if your parents are earning, let me say your father and your mother, they have a combined salary, an annual salary of maybe like $1 million. Definitely they'll not give to you.
So you have to comply with
there's a certain thing whereby they say, okay, the parents cannot afford.
So if parents cannot afford, then you can get it. But if parents are rich, I mean, you can't get it.
You can't get it automatically because they can.
It's like a social support.
It's social support basically.
It's not for everybody.
It is for everybody, but
not.
There's requirements to be met.
Requirements. Lawrence, tell me, what about your intention? Because many black people who are coming from Africa, they have intention to stay in Ukraine afterwards. I mean, so what is the main intention? How many Namibians are staying in Ukraine, and how many Namibians are coming back to Namibia? And what is your intention?
The thing is, Africans who are staying, who refuse to go, let me not say refuse, because refuse is kind of like a harsh word, who decided to stay in Ukraine or in Europe, those are people coming from countries whereby they don't see themselves progressing. You know, and they see opportunity.
So which country is this?
I don't want to mention country because they may think that I'm hating, but okay, the majority of people in Ukraine who are married to Ukrainian girls, most are Nigerians, Cameroons. Those are the most people who are, you know, and I understand.
So they have intention to stay in the country.
Yes. But for me personally, or should I say we Namibians, we are coming from a peaceful country. We don't have any conflict in our country. Our population is very small. We are still at the stage of developing our country, so there's opportunities big there. Now my intention after schooling definitely is I get my qualification, go back home. I don't want to stay in Ukraine. Even if I was not studying in Ukraine, I don't want to stay in Europe. Europe has nothing to offer besides education. I don't think they have anything else to offer.
But how many Namibians would like to stay in Ukraine?
None. Every Namibian I spoke to, nobody want to stay in Ukraine.
Really?
Nobody.
So there is no threat for illegal immigration or immigration?
From Namibian side? No, we don't do that. For us, we get our qualification, we go. If you see a Namibian staying who graduated, then they want to further more of their study, but nobody.
Okay, you told me before, in the last question, and I think it's enough because it's actually really very hot. And you told me before that there is like 427 Namibians. 427 Namibians, and all of them are black. Why you think there is no white people here? Why white Namibian?
It's about preferences. White Namibians, they are Boers.
Not all the Boers, they are Germans too.
They're German, but the majority are Boers. So, and where do they come from? South Africa. So they prefer to go and study in South Africa because they.
But it's more. But what about the white people who doesn't have so much money to study in South Africa?
They still study in South Africa.
They still study in South Africa.
I don't know how they manage. The thing is, those people, they benefit already from they may act poor because they don't like dressing like. You know, some of us black people, we like unnecessary stuff. Like you find somebody wearing a T-shirt of 1,000, which is unnecessary. But Boers themselves, 100, 200 is enough. But they know what they are doing with their own money. So they still, even if you go to university or university in Namibia, you hardly find white people there. Like Boers, they're studying. Only people from Europe who really they're only spending there maybe a year and then they go back to their country because they just want to know the system.
Just to experience.
But they prefer Boers. They prefer to study in South Africa. German Namibians, they prefer to study in their own German, where their grandparents.
That makes sense.
For us now, blacks, we got now choices where you feel like I got admitted in Canada or wherever you go. It's about where you can afford to live. I had the opportunity to be in China when the conflict started in
But have you been ever in Europe?
Yeah, I've been in UK. I've been in Poland. UK and Poland. And then Asia. I went to China.
What is the difference between for example, UK and Ukraine?
Development-wise, infrastructure-wise, development.
But what do you like more?
If I have to choose, in general, I prefer UK.
Yeah.
Because their language is English. I understand English and so on. So it becomes easier for me to really interact with anybody I want to. And their law, it will be much easier for me to really understand their law.
Yeah.
So here in Ukraine, if I get arrested now, be it for if I did something wrong or not, they'll take me to the police station, they'll give me a certain thing to sign which I don't understand. And most of the police officers, or should I say 99% of the police officers, they don't speak English.
But did you ever experience it?
Nope, I didn't. Because I'm
so it cannot be applied actually?
It can, but you never know.
Yeah. It's a Cold War, I understand. But still, I mean, what is the better? What is better for you?
For me, if it was an English country, I'll be good.
Yeah.
Because at least at the end of the day, like right now.
But the only language barrier is a problem.
Yeah.
But okay, let's remove the language barrier. Mm-hmm. Where is better?
I'll say here, because it's way cheaper.
Way cheaper. Yeah. Only because of cheaper?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Why
there is no another reason?
No, for me, it's just about cheapness. If I can afford to be somewhere comfortably, then for me it's good.
Okay.
There's no problem.
I think it's very hot and we talked too much already. Yeah. And nobody going to watch so long, but still, I mean, thank you very much for your time again.
Thank you very much.
And I hope we're going to meet again.
Likewise. Thanks.
Yeah.